Hey guys, this is Brax, and today I'm going to create kind of a unique video. This is on the realistic expectations of a Dota player as far as gaining MMR. So, everyone plays Dota, that is watching this hopefully, and everyone plays to gain MMR, have fun, or just improve themselves. There's always something to look forward to. And I just want to share my experience in gaining MMR. About, I would say a few months ago, I hit 8k. And I've been back and forth between 8k and 7.5, 7.7, 7.8, whatever. Just up and down. And I just want to let you guys know how realistic it is to go from, let's say, 5k to 6k. You know, it's definitely not something that happens overnight. Think of it this way. If I'm able to secure a 55% win rate, right? That means for every 100 games I play, I will win 55 out of those 100. And of course, the average Dota game goes anywhere from 30 minutes onwards, right? Sometimes you have your quick ones, sometimes you have your ridiculously long ones. It's really just all over the place. Then you throw in queue times, pick times, pause times some of the time, and it really is a big time commitment. So, like, how many games can you actually play in a day? I'm sure people have school, jobs, girlfriends, boyfriends, lives, whatever it is. Maybe you have pets, kids, who knows what it is. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is it takes a long time to go from whatever your current MMR is to whatever your goal MMR is. Let's say I'm a 5k player and I'm doing my best, I'm watching replays, I'm positive in my games. Guys, positivity, very, very important. Because you don't want to be that guy that brings everyone down, right? It's just not a good environment. Everyone's playing to have fun, everyone wants to win. Even if people don't speak English, it's important to try your best to communicate. Guys, use the chat wheel. Alt-click things. There are things you can actually do to communicate. Even if there's no common language, there's still something you can do to help try to improve your chances of winning the game. Now, back on topic. Actually, let me tell you guys a quick story. I calibrated at 5k MMR. This was a really long time ago, back when MMR was first introduced, and I think it was relatively high. I know there was like a phase where people would abuse Zeus to increase their hero damage, and it would calibrate their MMR extremely high or something like that, but anyway, that's not important. It probably took me about a year, maybe a little less, to get from 5 to 6k. And maybe some of that wasn't me playing all the time, maybe I wasn't, trying my best to win or playing as many games as I could have been playing, but realistically, let's say I'm a normal guy, because I'm not a normal guy. All I do is play Dota. So, I eat, sleep, play Dota. If I'm generous, I'll pet my cats in between, play with my dog, but it basically is my full-time job, which means I can't dedicate all this time to it. A lot of people can't, right? I would say realistically, maybe you can play 2 or 3 games a day on a good day, right? So I would say having a 55% win rate is pretty good. I mean, you're going up. The more games you play, you eventually will gain MMR, right? Now let's translate this into real time, right? Not game time, because it's deceptive to look at a game and say, yeah, I played 3 games today, I won 2, I gained 50 MMR. It's a good day. And then you might go into the next day, lose 50 MMR, now you're back at the same place. Now, record this over a week long, it's always up and down. It's hard to say, hey, I'm gaining 25 MMR a week in approximately, a couple months or whatever, I'll gain 1,000 MMR. It just doesn't work that way. If you truly, truly want to gain MMR, increase your rating, become a better player, there are more things you need to do than just play games over and over and over. You need to watch guides, look at replays, and you need to be able to break down what it is that you want to work on to improve yourself. And all these things are even more time-consuming things that just, will take forever. And first, you have to teach yourself what to look for. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the journey to whatever road of MMR you're on is a long and treacherous road. It will fill you with stress. It will ruin your day. It'll piss you off. But If what you truly want to do is win, you need to make the best of it. You need to be kind to your teammates. I'm not saying you have to be everyone's friend. All I'm saying is you don't need to start the fights, you know? You want to work together with your team to beat the enemy. You don't want to be flaming your enemy. You don't want to be flaming your allies, sorry. You do want to flame your enemy. That gets the man tilted. But let's just take a look at how long it actually takes me to gain MMR. And obviously, I play a lot. So even on let's see, the 14th, I played 3 games that day. I lost 25. Next day, I played 3 games as well. I won 3 in a row. So, let's see, let's just take a week's time. Let's go to the 21st. I started at 7.6, and after a week, I ended... Oh, about a week. I ended 7.8. So that's 200 MR in a week. It looks like I won most of my games that were solo. Some of these games are party, but I won the majority of my games, I would say, at a much higher win rate than 55%. And it's still only 200. And of course, it fluctuates. It's always up and down. So it's never stable, it's never any of this stuff. It'll always take a long time. The best thing you can do for yourself when you're trying to watch yourself improve is set yourself smaller goals. Something along the lines of, hey, this week, I want to gain 100 MMR. Simple. And it's reasonable, and it's not something like, hey, I really want to get 6k. I'm 5k, I've been playing for a while, I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to do all these things, but I just can't seem to get it. It's important to be realistic, because all of this is a learning process, and learning takes reinforcement, right? You need to teach yourself these new things, these new concepts, look at these new ideas, and keep reaffirming them over and over until they become muscle memory. And in order to do that, you want to seem like you're being productive, because it gets discouraging when, let's say, after a month, hey man, I didn't get 6k, I only gained 100 MMR, or whatever it is. You need to break it down into smaller things, because it'll help you overall. I think when I first calibrated, it was still relatively new. I would say maybe a year or so into it, people, they tried hard, they playing all the meta heroes, watching our TZ stream, copying all the cool builds and heroes and whatever. So it actually did take me quite a long time to gain MMR. I think I played a lot less than most pro players when it first came out. I just want to summarize quickly, because I know this is pretty scattered, but I do feel like all the things I said have some sort of value. This is a very abstract topic, but I think it's an important one to think about, because you need to think about what you want out of the game, right? If you're looking to improve yourself, it's going to be important that you break down all these small things into concrete details that you can actually understand and apply in all of your games. Because something I've learned is that it's pointless to analyze a specific game scenario, because the chances of you replicating that exact game scenario are very low. However, if you play based off concepts, then you can apply these ideas in everything you do. For example, let's say I'm a support player, right? And I want to help my team get aggressive on the map, I want to take control, I want to be the team that makes the first move, right? The way you can assist your team in doing that is getting deep vision down. Maybe when I want to smoke with my team, I'll make sure I always have an observer ward on me. This is simple, but you can use this idea and this concept to always get some sort of vision down with your smoke, so that you can establish vision control over a certain area. And this will help you play better, it'll help you play smarter, it'll help you play more aggressive, it'll lead into all these things. And then instead of this, hey man, let's go kick some butt with my smoke, it's time to slay, you'll be thinking of an actual game concept that helps you improve your game and your entire team's game. It's important to find things like these and apply them to all of your games. Alright, let's summarize. So, understand that gaining MMR is a very long and hefty process. I'm a pro player. I play a lot of Dota. And sometimes, in a week, I won't gain any MMR. Sometimes I'll lose MMR. That's just how it is. Sustaining a somewhat high win rate, even if I were to sustain a 60% win rate, for example, it would still take a lot of games to gain MMR. That means over 100 games I will have won, 20 more games than I have lost, which is 500 MMR, and a 60% win rate over 100 games is probably not something that's very easy to sustain. But if you can actually sustain some sort of win rate like that, you probably have a decent amount of MMR already. My point is, that's still over 100 games. It takes a long time. Alright, next important thing. You should set goals for yourself. You shouldn't tell yourself, hey man, I really want to hit 6k. You know, I've been playing for a while, whatever. That doesn't matter. No, set small, realistic goals that you can achieve by the end of the week. Let's say, hey, I really want to get better at puck. I've been playing a lot of puck, but for some reason, I feel like I need help in the lane as puck. Now, I've broken down what I want to do into a small concept, right? I want to look at my early laning phase with puck. I want to learn the matchups. How do I play puck against Invoker? Since I have broken this down into a smaller stage, it's easier for me to focus on what I should be doing in each game as puck. You'll get yourself constantly thinking about this, you'll get yourself looking at it, and most importantly, you'll start to learn. It's very difficult to learn things just by going into a game and blindly doing something. It's easier once you break it down and focus on a small concept and actually just focus on one aspect of the game. What is it that I'm trying to do in this game? What is it that I want to personally improve on? Even if it's hard to say, like, I'm not exactly sure what I need to work on. Well, you can start by watching your own replays and comparing them to players that are, you would see on your streams, at your TIs, your majors, whatever. Watch their player perspective. Dota 2 is a great resource when you want to learn things like that. And you can start to see, you can understand their movements. Why is he looking here? Why is he pushing the wave at this time? What is the exact scenario here that he wants to pull the creeps back? And how is he controlling this wave? Whatever the case is. Break things down into small things that you can learn from. Ah yes, and of course, the most important for last. Be positive. I'm not saying you have to be friends with everyone. You don't have to go out, try to be friends with everyone. You don't need to, high five after the game. You probably won't see any of these people in your solo queue games ever again. That's just how it is. But I'm sure you want to have a good experience playing the game. So why shouldn't the other people? If everyone is going into the game with the intention of winning, or getting better, or whatever it is, just having fun, being positive helps with all these things. Even when you have teammates that don't speak your language, you can do things that'll help communicate, right? You can alt-click your smoke, for example. Hey guys, gather for smoke. Hey guys, gather for arcane boots, mech, whatever it is. You can chat wheel, get back. Or, affirmative, go, let's smoke gang, take the barracks back, or whatever it is. There are resources at your disposal, and it's important to use all of these if, of course, these are your intentions, that you want to win. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. This was a hopefully very informative guide on small tips and tricks of what you want to look for to improve your MMR, along with the journey. Hopefully I gave you guys enough insight on my journey to 8K that you can learn from on yours. Make sure you guys leave any comments and feedback down below, and thank you